don't mind me as I'm trying to fiddle with two different computers, trying one to get stuff to record and experienced an unexpected error. So I have to leave the meeting. No, please don't. I don't want to leave that meeting. I need to stay in this meeting. Sign in with Google or something. Okay. So maybe I tried talking to you. I'm not sure which camera to look to. Any rate, so situation is we got at least 4 kids, both in high school and middle school, and 1 faculty member that have tested positive for COVID. I don't think I'm supposed to give you names. I don't even know if they want you to know that has some to do with high school boys basketball and junior high girls basketball, but you already know that, don't you? We're not necessarily planning on going to full-time online or to, what's the word I'm looking for? Hybrid. As far as I know, they're only thinking that it's going to be a couple of days, today and tomorrow. And so, gotta be patient with all of us. Please be patient with me. Besides that, here I'm 51-year-old, and even though I've been working with internet since the internet was born in '93, it's just a little trying to get used to stuff. One thing I did, is obviously you can't work on your Edward Hopper paintings from home. There's all the paints here, and all your paintings are here. So there's a bell. We're starting, and he's sick now. I should probably try and take attendance, even though there's only 5 or 6 of you here. But at any rate, what I'm doing, what I wanted to do, we struggled with it a little bit first hour, and we're trying to figure out whether that is just because every teacher and every person, every kid is using Zoom in Dunlap right now, so our bandwidth is really bad, or whether the website that I wanted you to be able to use is blocked by our firewall, and I need to talk to Shelly Foster and see if she can get it open. At any rate, long story short is this. Okay, yeah, hi Mandy. Okay, I'm not taking attendance just yet, but thanks. At any rate, I had planned on us doing this in February or March anyway. Because at the beginning of the year, I told you, I don't know how I'm going to do it. They haven't given me any directions or curriculum, but I should probably try to do some, at least technology, if I'm not going to do any science and engineering and math, not just art. And I haven't done a whole ton of that yet. So I've had this planned, but my plan was probably we were going to do it in February. Maybe you don't even need to know this, but so what? Killing time. So here we have 2 days where we can't paint. So I figured, great, we'll start this up. We'll have these 2 days to be able to do this website sort of a thing. And it's not going to be writing code. It'll be using a website that has free what's the word I'm looking for? Templates. And in theory, it should be really easy and fairly fun. And hold on a second here, because it's trying to, it like knocked me off of the Zoom meeting on the other computer that I'm on. The reason I'm on 2 computers is because on my Chromebook, it showed everything, whereas it wasn't coming up on my laptop. So I wasn't smart enough to get out of the one meeting and start the new meeting on a different computer. I don't know if that's going to work. Anyway, this has got to be the most annoying I've ever been, isn't it? I know. haven't got it on Schoology for you so that you'd have all the links and all the directions and maybe even some great examples. Maybe put it all in a PDF or something. This Twitch, we found out about it just last night. So I'm going to put all that up here on this afternoon, so you'll be able to use class time tomorrow. Okay? So here's some of what you will know. If I just have you check in for 5 minutes for attendance, or 10 minutes if you have any questions or need any help tomorrow, then we know this is working. But if I have you all hour and I'm giving you notes on a whole new artist and maybe showing you a short video, then you know that this isn't working the way that it should work. So again, let me try to be as concise as I can be. Let me try and look at the camera instead of either of my computers or any of the non-pictures of you. We're gonna create a website. It's going to be halfway as easy and fun because you don't have to code it. You get to use templates. The way that I'll get it to be able to check on your progress and give you advice and eventually grade you is you're going to be sharing your web address or your URL to me. It's free. Initially, this assignment, I'm looking for one page. But eventually, over the course of the next few weeks, we'll give you free time and outside of school and maybe class time. So the probably is going to have about 4 pages. First page is just a welcome, and we call that a splash page. Second page is what I like for us to work on, and I'll see if I can show you at least a little bit. I wasn't able to show them a whole lot for this hour, but is a gallery page. So you're going to pick, what are some of your best artworks, and don't be too mean or hard on yourself. From 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, pick like 4 or 5 of your artwork, and you're going to create a gallery page. Eventually, a couple other things. One is just for learning to mess with the layout and design and try and apply the principles of design, which I have taught you, in a page. Now, it's up to you how widely you share this. Almost nobody's going to see it except me. So you can just put a little bit of information about yourself, or you can share a whole. And then the last page is a whole assignment in itself almost. We just, last couple of weeks, before we got onto Edward Hopper, we were talking about the aesthetic viewpoints, right? The 4 aesthetic viewpoints. So subject view, view, expression view, and commercial art or utilitarian view. Well, this 4th page is not so much the page as what you put on it. And we'll use a different program, probably something like Lucidpress or Pixlr. Or my easiest one might just be Google Drawings. But it'll be a digital collage. And the 4th page essentially has to do with what are your aesthetics and what are your visual preferences and tastes. Hopefully that makes some sense. Okay. Thanks. I'll see if I can let him in or not. I'm having some trouble. 6 people waiting. There we go. Doggone, I guess I have to start all over again. And won't that be an irritating thing for those of you that have been here all along? Good morning. I feel like I'm on that old 70s show with Brady Bunch.
Mr. Mallory, I told you 4 times
and
a day.
Maybe I will do the checking for you, Isabel. You were on my first period DMC, which I thought was totally weird because I know that you're in 2nd period. So I don't know if Lisa's got you absent or here or not here, but all right. So now that I've actually let everybody in, I was recording this. I should still talk to you. What the assignment was supposed to be. having some technical difficulties on my end. And what I'm trying to figure out is whether that has to do with bandwidth or whether that has to do with schools filters and firewall and all of that. Okay. Don't have the directions for this on Schoology yet. I will this afternoon. But here was the 2-day assignment. We are going to start making your own web page. So again, those of you that were already on before I let in those 6 people that were sitting in the waiting room, I totally apologize. Having to hear this again. Frankly, if you want to explore and do some sink or swim without me being able to give you a demonstration, you're more than welcome to. That might be pretty fun. Hopefully, for most of you, that's going to be pretty easy. 2 websites that you're going to use are Artsonia. And let me see if I can give you part of what you need. No. What the heck has changed? Oh, there it is. Sure, I can. Open, open. Really? So there's no, there they go. You're talking to each other from the waiting room, and I didn't know what the heck was going on. Sorry. There it is. This is what I'm going to give you. So one of the websites you'll need is Artsonia, and it's a different Artsonia. The one that you'll go to is www.artsonia.com. You do the backslash classroom, and that doesn't work for just class. But so that's your passcode for getting onto Artsonia. So here's the 2 websites we're going to use. And I'll try again here in a second after I explain it to demonstrate it, since it didn't work first hour. So in a nutshell, I'm going to go to a place called WIX, WIX.com. And I'm wondering whether it is blocked here at school or if it's just a bandwidth thing. If you're able to get onto it at home, we're good to go. It'd be better if wasn't blocked and I could demonstrate for you here at school. But it's pretty user friendly, especially for younger folks like you. It's one of a number of free website hosting things. I started out in say 2004, so with blogger.com, which is owned by Google. But blog, it's not really a website, so it's not going to work for what we want you to do. One that I use that I really like is WordPress.com, but again, it's mostly meant for blogging and not website development, although a lot of people do, even for their own businesses. I suppose there's Squarespace. I haven't tried that one. We're going to use Wix. A lot of schools do this. It's WIX.com. Then either if you need to refer back to this recording, I'll try to have this up on Schoology and YouTube tomorrow, or if you want to jot a couple things down here, I say I'm going to try and get full directions and all the links and stuff onto Schoology later this afternoon. If you remember this or you write it down, you might start exploring and experimenting. You don't need a demonstration. You probably you can do this pretty well on your own. At any rate, it's free to join. I recommend that you join with your school Gmail, but you don't really have to, because the way that I'm eventually going to grade this is you're just going to copy and paste the URL, the website address, your website address once you've got it done to me. So, it can be your own personal email, or if it works, it can be your Facebook, or you can go to the trouble of using password and email instead of the easy login things. Make sure that once you're on, you ignore most of the stuff that's on the left, because that's all trying to sell stuff to you as if you're a small business owner and you're starting a real official website. But try and find the editor, or better yet, just try and find the templates. Kind of a template that you want to use. think that they have choices for like arts and stuff, but then once you get into the arts and stuff, look for one that says portfolio. Because that's essentially what you're doing is you're creating a portfolio. And if you like this or it works well for you, then you can use it for the classes. Maybe you need a FFA portfolio of some kind. I don't know. If you're really into art, maybe you hold on to this for the next 4 years, and this would be something that you can use to try and get clients or to get scholarships or into art college or what have you. Once you get the portfolio thing, eventually we're going to have four pages on it. And the only one that you really need to worry about for now and work on is the gallery page. So here's how it's going to go. It's going to have a main or home page, splash page, whatever they want to call that. Just a quick introduction to you. The gallery page, which we're going to be working on tomorrow and this week, shouldn't be all that hard. A third one, eventually, maybe it'll give you another week or two, would be kind of an about page. And as I said before, I let everybody in that I didn't notice was in the waiting room. You know, you don't have to put information on there, you know, as far as privacy and all of that. However, widely seen, you choose how widely broadcasted or inviting people to look at your website. You know, you control how open you are really to the public on this. So you can share a ton. And then the last one is going to be another separate assignment that we'll be doing later on. It's called the digital collage, and we probably won't use wix.com. We'll probably be using again, either Lucid Press or Pixlr. Frankly, I think the easiest one would be Google Drawings. Please, if you can hold on just for a second, I'm going to mute myself because I've got somebody here that needs to talk to me for a second. Okay, sorry to keep waiting. Hopefully that didn't feel like an eternity. This might be 30 seconds. We're just dealing with some of our contact tracing. Where was I? Yes, so there's the fourth page, which put in the back of your head, and that'll be something we'll do later on, is dealing with what we've been learning about lately, those four aesthetic viewpoints. And you know, if you really easy way to think about it is just I like page. I really want you to think about it and spend some time on it and don't just throw it together. You know, use the principles of design for that matter. Essentially, a digital collage, and really what you're looking at is what is your aesthetic? And of those four, maybe you're able to use all four, but what do you prefer? And also, matter maybe what you prefer to look at, but what you prefer to use. And it'll also probably be like come up with color schemes, like what are your favorite colors? Let's talk about this gallery page. I gave up on being able to show you. If I can share I'll show you what I know I'm able to show you. And then I'll try to show you what I tried to show first hour. So you're going to start out at going to our Artonia, right? But instead of their website with schools and all of this, or me logging in as a teacher, you're just going to have a backslash and then classroom. Well, no, just class maybe? Yeah, not classroom, class. Okay. I'm getting somebody asking us something. Ooh. I don't know if I need to talk more slowly. Or to go really fast is gonna help. I can't really help lagging. I'm sorry. I've tried it. I can't even type in normal. Okay. For me, this is already open. You've probably done this before. And if you haven't, it shouldn't be that hard. Up here, right, you got to use this to get in to this site. Then it'll ask you what grade you're in, and it'll ask you for your name. You put your name in, and if there's more than one Mandy or there's more than one Kylie at Boyer Valley, make sure you choose yourself and not somebody else. So then here's what I need you to do. I want you to scroll through and look for your favorite, some of your favorite art. Okay, I want you to initially to put between 4 and 6. You don't have to have every single artwork you've ever done. You don't have to have like 10 or anything. But you want to be able to preview it as big as you can on Artonia, and then you'll right click it. In your case, it might be 2 fingers on the touchpad. I'm using a mouse. And here's one place that it hung up for us first hour. It's going a lot faster. Cool. And that part is just that easy. It may be that there's some drag or some down, like we've been having today. That shouldn't be too hard for you. And eventually you'll get, if you're fighting the drag on the internet and you can only do 3, I'll let that go. But even if you don't like your own work, don't be too hard on yourself. Try and come up with at least 4 that you can use. They could be 6th, 7th, or 8th grade if you're not happy with stuff that you've done here in 8th grade. Now comes a moment of truth. Whether I let you go early or whether you keep watching me. As I said, it was pretty lickety split when I was playing with it last night. And it wasn't too tough for me. I don't know if that would have been like this last summer or earlier in the fall when I was trying to experiment with it. Yeah. Do it. Darn thing. So, oh, it's working. Sorry about the lag. Yippee skippy. All right, well, we're here till 9:42, so 20 minutes. Probably be able to show you 5 minutes worth of stuff because of how slow it's going. I'm so sorry. I have this problem that I either look at the picture of me at the website or look at the chat instead of looking at the camera. So I should not probably be on TV. Okay. So, most of this really you can ignore because you don't want to buy anything. You don't want to be a business owner with a website. You just want to get going, right? You don't want to have to spend money to have a special domain that doesn't have the word WIX in it. You just want the free one. Okay, so I think it's going to be up here on the top. It could be Explore, could be My Sites, but eventually you're going to get to choose a template. You probably, one of the best things you can do is choose if there's like arts, I don't know if it's arts and entertainment or if it's just arts. But then once you're in there, rather than photography or dentistry, you look for portfolio. Okay, and I'll just look up what I've got, assuming it'll do that. Everything has to be slowed, doesn't it? Come on, internet. Okay, well, maybe if I click on it, hopefully it's going to go to the editor and not just go to a preview thingy for you. Nope, it went to the preview for you. Son of a gun, I really need the editor. Well, at any rate, you can see that it's a template. It's not going to take a whole time much, right? And this first page, a splash page, do it any way you want. You to have a picture of you. I went with a self-portrait instead of a photo. I have a link to my website. If you have your own website or your own YouTube channel, knock yourself out. But you certainly don't have to have anything like that. It can be silly. Or you can say something like, this is for Mr. Mallory's art class or STEAM class at Ware Valley. It'll have you come up with a header. But this is the page that we're going to be working on. Okay. Don't have to worry about these other pages at this time. If you wanted to add them, they're just going to be blank stuff. But I didn't get very far, you're going to see, because basically I chose a gallery template and it puts on a bunch of placeholders, right? For clip art. Able to enter one of my artworks. And essentially, yeah, I don't want 6 or 8 or 10. All you have to do is 4. It would be cool if you have a title and you say a little bit about it. You don't have to say a lot. It could be, well, what assignment it was, what year you did it, what class you were in when you did it. If you want a couple sentences, that's fine, but you notice you're not going to have a lot of room. If you don't remember and you need information for that, guess where you get to go? Look at that. There's a whole artist statement for said dog. Now, if I can get into, there we go, edit site. I'm new to it, so I was just barking up the wrong tree. I just want to show you, you've seen how to download. I'd like to show you how to upload and maybe how to find text features, that kind of thing. Although honestly, you may have a much easier time than me. I'm this 51-year-old, and I've been using these 2 different websites for 10, 20 years, or coding, and let's see what it does. They try to keep you entertained by showing you this nice little cartoon. Well, either it's just going to go on and on, or it's going to show me the editor and I can show you how to replace one of their clip arts with your own artwork. I guess while we're waiting for that, we'll do this. So I got Landon, I got Aiden, I got Mandy, I got Mariah, awesome. I got Kylie, terrific. I got Owen. I think I already said that, both Owens. I had Isabel. So do I not have Allie? Let me look. Maybe it's better to go this way. I don't think I have Allie. Maybe she's sick. Had Landon, had Mariah, saw that, had Owen. Have not seen Hayden. So no Hayden. Kylie's been on for a long time. Both Owens. No Piper. Cooper's been on a long time. Isabel has been on a long time. Aiden is here. Noah. Noah. Noah, if you're here, take yourself off mute. And I could have swore I saw Mandy on here a couple times, didn't I? There's Mandy. Good. Okay. Any of those of you who are not just taking today and tomorrow for Zoom are actually quarantining. Okay, a lot of rest. Have a little Netflix. Remember to check all of your teachers' Schoologies. We've got the bell schedules in there now. So even if you don't check in on Zoom, which you should, check Schoology because that's where the assignments live, right? And any of those of you who might actually be sick, I hope that your symptoms stay mild and that you recover quickly, because my daughter had it and I've got 2 uncles who've had it, and it's everybody different, and it's no fun for most. Okay, here we are in the editor. I got that it is 9:28, and really we're here for till 9:42. So like I said, maybe I can show you 5 or 10 minutes worth of stuff in 20 minutes. Let me go ahead and go to the artwork page, even though this was a huge headache for me. Hopefully it won't be near as much of a headache for you. Oh, here's one way. See, if you're on the website, you would click there, but you're not. You're in the editor. So you need to go to this, what did it call itself? Manage menu, because that's menu, 5 pages on top. And that's how you're going to go to the page that you want to edit. Click on artwork. La, 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 la. See if I can get this out of the way temporarily. Okay. So, get all of you out of the way temporarily. As I showed you, now here is a choice. I think settings will give us different choices for how we want our gallery to appear. Basically, little template layouts, which you don't have to do that way. You could use, yeah, there we go. So layout. You can use individual pictures one at a time and have to move them around. So I've got a really simple grid. And one reason I did that was just like yearbook pictures, so that I can get names and a little information down here. As you can see, you could make it a slideshow, thumbnails underneath, and the big one picture at a time up above. You can make it kind of masonry. They talk means like it's the same as like bricks, but strips or columns. So that's the layout. The main thing is getting more pictures, right? Go to manage media. And I'm sorry now, once again, instead of looking at you in the camera, I'm looking at my screen. And Lord knows how long it's going to take. Oh, it didn't take very long at all. Yay. So here they have all this media. And, you know, you don't need their stuff, right? So I have choices of adjusting the quality, Now it's a little like photo editor. We're getting rid of it now, and I'm going with trash can because I told you you really only need 4. Okay, so why have 8 on here? But pull this. I guess I can't pull it up much. Big orange button. Add media. So where do you want to add it from? Well, you want to upload it. So you choose image. La 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 la. And it's going to show you the files that you have for this website. I have this whole 2, right? And here it says, I don't want to, yeah, I want to add to this page, which basically means I'm uploading. Wait, right? I click a button and you have to wait for how long it takes for Wix to do it. And I'm really thinking and hoping that at least we know it's not blocked. That's good. It's just way slow. And whether that is because everybody in Dunlap, Dow City, and Arian are all on their internet right now, or whether it's just all the teachers in this building are all on their. Well, I get impatient with my little touch of ADHD. As you can see, you can create new folders. So if you want drawings, paintings, photos, computer graphics, and you want those things to be all separate, it's another example of the 51-year-old man. You know, you're welcome to add to the chat or turn your mute off and yell at me instead of sitting there laughing at me. What do you know? See this little button here? It's blue. It's in the top left corner. It says upload media. Isn't that great? Boy. So I get to embarrass myself. Okay. Here's a really cool thing for you at home. Maybe you did art at last school that you were at, or at camp, or just on your own. Well, you're not limited to downloading it from Artsonia and uploading it from your Chromebook. Okay? If you happen to have something on Flickr or Google Photos or Dropbox or Instagram, I'm sure you do, but maybe you don't do Facebook because you're not into Facebook anymore. I think I may introduce Wix to my commercial art class because one of the choices they have is DeviantArt. At any rate, you've done this before on other computer programs. It's not all that crazy hard. Apparently, it was hard for me to find it. You click on upload it from your computer, and now wait again. La la la. Oh, here we go. Good. And I have 3 that I wanted to add, right? The one that I downloaded with you, Doggy, the one that I downloaded with First Hour, Mask, and the one that I downloaded before school, Collage. So I can open all of these. They're going to start adding them to my folder. So the one thing we have on that page so far is the pencil sharpener eye. Okay, let's choose mask. Okay, now over here gives you a chance to change the title. So I'm going to change my title to Dude, wear a mask. Okay, it's a good way to not spread COVID. I don't see any lighting that I have to do, but I could apparently adjust color and contrast and that kind of stuff. I can crop it, all of that wonderful, fun stuff. I guess since I've already renamed it, I don't have to. Oh, that's what this is for. Yeah. Why didn't I catch on to that, right? Oh, well. It's because it's Mad Dog. Give me some slack. I'm old. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of their other ones. I'm going to add media now, which is going to be much easier because I'm not going to upload it. I've got 2 others, right? I'm going to go with the dog and collage. It lets me do 2 at a time. Add them to said page. Usually it's getting over that first big thing that is such a pain in the neck. All right. Now this is kind of cool. I don't want it to be called sharpener, eye sharpener JPEG. I just want it to be called eye sharpener. Right? And as I said, I can say a little bit of something about it, and I can say, all about surrealism. So, remembering my TikTok fame, right? When 8th graders were learning about whatever. Okay. And you can do, as you can see, same thing. I don't want to replace the image. I just want to have it called doggy instead of doggy.com and probably say something below it, right? And so on. Okay. Whew. Now, the wicked cool thing is, I'm pretty sure I don't even have to hit save. I think that now I hit this X. Gosh, I hope I'm right. And because I've been embarrassed enough today. Yay! Woohoo! There they are. Okay. So it shouldn't be that much trouble. The longest part of your doing this is going to be going on Artsonia and right clicking and saving your own artwork. Okay, uploading and all of that. It might take a while for you to experiment and play and see what how you want your Wix website to look. And again, you can do some playing and go ahead and work on. So unfortunately, I don't have a cool name. I'm just Mallory1, Mallory T1. But show you a preview. And that is that. Those other, so again, love for you to say something about it. Notice that you click on it and it'll show, it gives you a preview. And the more you write, the longer it'll be over here. And it like stays where it is there. Right? I hope that makes some sense. As much lagging as it was, as slow as it went. Sorry about that. I'm scared to death because I'm not seeing my. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, didn't have to be scared to death. Just because I wasn't seeing this lovely thing, and I think in fact I hit Control F to my little tools. Okay, so I would really encourage you to go ahead and start exploring, do some experimentation by play. So for us at least, tomorrow we'll join my Zoom for sake of attendance, and if you have any questions, and I won't keep you the whole 45 minutes, but it's about 40, and we're done at 42, and you need to get to your 3rd-hour class by 45. So this is going to record. I'm going to try and upload it to Schoology and to YouTube in case you need it. Looks like I got somebody in the chat had something. Yes, you can go to the bathroom. I hope it's not too late. Honestly, I'm getting there. But I have, I don't know, 3 more classes until I can really do that. I'm just going to say, see ya. Thanks for being patient. You learn more, and it was probably less embarrassing for me, actually, than this hour. So have a happy whatever this is. And hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye, second.